Hi everybody, my name is CrysDawna and I'm the owner and creator of Belle by CrysDawna, and I'm a brand ambassador for Redesign with Prima. Today I'm going to show you how to add a little bit of character on the side of your drawers. Especially if you are doing custom work or you're selling pieces, these little details make a big difference. So maybe just adding a little bit of character and flair on the side of your drawers can really set your piece over the edge. And so I want to show you guys how you can do that on this piece. So after I'm done painting this piece, I'm going to show you guys how we're going to add some character on the drawer sides. Look at them right now, and then we're going to look at them later and you'll see the total difference. So if you've ever heard me talk, I always say that sometimes when you have a plain piece, a lot of times even the characters and the details, this is a drawer side. I'm gonna decoupage some Redesign with Prima tissue paper on here. This one is called Watercolor. This one's called Watercolor Flora, okay? And I have 3 drawers, so I'm actually gonna do this on the middle drawer, and I'm going to use this one right here called Abstract Arrow on the top and bottom drawer. So it's going to be a little bit different. So on the top and bottom drawer, my base coat is going to be Plum Crazy underneath the pink one. And then for this one, I'm going to paint a base coat of fluff to go underneath this. You can put it on raw wood if you want, but I want it to pop a little bit more while it sits on that fluff. So the first thing I'm going to do is do a base coat of fluff on here. Okay, so the next step is, once this is dry, we're just doing one coat. We don't need complete full coverage. We just need one coat, so that way this kind of pops behind there. Because if you can see, you saw before, when it's on the raw wood, it doesn't pop as much. So having that white background just makes it look a lot nicer. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to actually butt this right up against that drawer front. And what you're gonna want a little tiny space. So I know you can see that little tiny space right there. You're gonna want a little tiny space because you don't want this paper to catch on your drawer. So this paper is really great because you can make a crease. You can just do it with your finger if you want. And what I'm gonna do is, once I pull this off, there's still gonna be that crease there. You can see it. And I'm gonna cut just above that crease. So that way I have that little space on the drawer side. And that's what I really like about this paper too, is that you can make a crease. If you really want to measure it, you can, but it's not necessary. Once you feel like you have cut it, you're going to just do a dry fit to just make sure that it looks good. And we've got a little bit of space on this side, a little bit of space on this side. I also cut down here. So I also cut down here, and I wanted a little bit of space back here because I don't want it hanging off the edge. So now that you have it cut, we're going to put our adhesive on. For this part, I'm going to use Dixie Belle's Clear Coat in Satin, but you can use whatever you want, whatever brand you use. If you like Decoupage, if you've got a different brand. So this is what I'm going to use. I'm going to put a nice layer on here, so that way this acts as the glue for my paper to sit on. Once you have your adhesive, you're going to go ahead and butt this up. If you want to wear gloves, you can. This is water-based, so I'm not really concerned with it. And what I like about this decoupage paper is that it doesn't rip easily. You're going to butt it up against there, and then you're going to work it. Again, this doesn't get much wrinkles, and you can kind of pick it up and replace it. So I'm going to smooth it and kind of smooth it all the way with my hand. Make sure it's nice and smooth. Oops. I'm going to wipe off all the excess clear coat before we move to the next step. Once you have your paper nice and flat and it's sitting on here and it's secure, you're going to take your adhesive. So I'm going to take my clear coat and satin, and I'm going to go ahead and just go over it. And that secures it even more in place. I'm going to do a nice semi-thin layer. You don't want to glop it on because you can do more layers. So once this dries, I can go back and put another layer. When that dries, I can do another layer and make sure it's totally secure. So you don't want to glop it on. Again, you want to make sure that if you've got any excess right here, you wipe it off. I'm gonna wipe off any excess that I have. I'm going to allow this to dry, put another coat once it dries, maybe another one after that, and then you're done. That's it. Your drawer sides are gonna look awesome.